And your question is where to begin. Where to begin is always now. Always beginning to listen, consider, and understand a little more about life now. Usually we think that our life now is about getting up, brushing our teeth, having breakfast, going to work, seeing our friends, going shopping, and so on. But when we study the Buddha's teachings, we learn that now is very short. It's just this moment. At this moment, what is now? What is life now? Do you have any idea?
Thưa Thầy là ý niệm của con ngay bây giờ á, thì con rất may mắn là đã được nghe sư cô Như Hòa cũng giảng mấy hôm nay cho con nghe qua về những cái sự thật về từng khoảnh khắc tâm trong mỗi một, gọi là một phút giây trong cái tâm suy nghĩ của mình ấy ạ. Thì con mong muốn là được nghe Thầy giảng thêm cho con để con mở mang thêm về những cái dòng tâm, để con tích lũy cái dòng tâm để cho con.
Cái câu hỏi bà đưa ra là theo chị hiểu thì thế nào là cuộc sống bây giờ? Cuộc sống bây giờ là gì ạ?
Cuộc sống ngay hiện tại bây giờ. Theo con thì cuộc sống ngay hiện tại bây giờ thì nó là con đang được nghe Thầy giảng về Pháp hiện tại, Pháp tâm ạ.
She said that she's very fortunate to have listened to the Dhamma from the sister since the last few days. And according to her understanding, life now is that we are listening to the Dhamma discussion.
Yes, we say and we speak in an ordinary way, and we say we're listening to the discussion now. And when listening, what is there now? Is there any seeing now? Is there any hearing now? Is there any thinking now? What is now? Before we listened or heard anything about the Buddha's teachings, we never considered what life is now. But actually, life, everything we find important, is just at this moment. There's only ever one moment in life at a time now. So now there may be thinking about, I'm sitting in a chair and I'm listening to the discussion. But this is an idea. Actually now, just moments of hearing different sounds, thinking about the sounds, thinking about the meanings, thinking about the ideas, thinking about being in a conference room, thinking about Hanoi. But it's just thinking about what has been seen now, what has been heard now, what has been touched now. So life is just in a moment now, different moments of experiencing different objects. And the most important point in the teachings is that all life, many lives, we live with the idea that I am seeing, I am listening, I am thinking, I am sitting on a chair. But what is this I? Where is this I? Because at a moment of thinking, where is the I? At a moment of seeing, where is the I? So we listen, we consider in order to understand a little more about what is true, what is real now. Different moments of experiencing different objects, like the sound now, the visible object now, in order to understand no I to be found, no me to be found. So if I asked someone who has been listening for some time what is now, they will say seeing is now, hearing is now, thinking is now, no one to be found. So it takes a lot of listening and considering to begin to appreciate no one, no thing, just different moments of experiencing and different realities that are experienced. So this is the beginning, hearing that which is quite different from what we're used to thinking, in order to understand more about life now, to understand there are just those realities that experience an object and those realities that don't experience anything. No I, no me, no self to be found. Is it very difficult? Or does it make some sense to you?
Dạ thưa thầy, là con nghe thì nãy giờ con có hiểu rồi ạ. Có nghĩa là tất cả những cái mà mình nghe, mình thấy thì đều nó là do từ cái tâm ý, tâm suy nghĩ của mình để dẫn mình đến những cái gọi là sự vật và hiện tượng như vậy ạ.
So my understanding from what I've heard is that what we see or what we hear all arises because of the citta. Because of the citta, that there's all these things being perceived.
And what is the citta?
Là tâm suy nghĩ đấy thầy. Tâm ý á, là lộ ý á, là giúp mình nhận diện ra cái việc mà mình đang được nghe và mình đang được nhìn thấy á.
It's the mind. It's the mind processes and it's the thinking.
What about now? What is the citta now?
Bây giờ đang có tâm rất là chú ý lắng nghe ạ.
There's the very attentive mind, trying to listening and trying to understand.
This is a story about the mind, about citta, but actually in life there is one moment of consciousness, one citta at a time. So seeing now, is seeing a citta?
Dạ có ạ.
Yes.
Yes. So it's just a moment of seeing, a moment of hearing, a moment of thinking, not a process, not a long story, just one moment of experiencing. Citta is the chief at each moment in experiencing the object. It arises by conditions and falls away instantly. What about hearing now? Is hearing a citta?
Nghe cũng là một tâm ạ.
Hearing is also a citta.
D'accord. Yes. And what about thinking? What is thinking now?
Suy nghĩ đang điều khiển cái tâm của mình để lắng nghe và nhìn thấy tất cả mọi người ở đây ạ.
Thinking is directing the mind to listen attentively.
So when we learn about citta, citta is the reality that just has its function to experience the object. Seeing just sees, it doesn't direct anything. Hearing just hears, it doesn't direct anything. Thinking just arises for one moment only and experiences its object. No directing, no touching, no feeling, no concentrating. It just is the leader in experiencing the object. And it's just for a moment and then gone. Can you see or hear or think about anything?
Em chưa hiểu rõ cái chỗ này thầy muốn hỏi gì chị ạ?
Vâng, tức là câu hỏi đặt ra là chị có thể thấy hay là nghe hay là suy nghĩ không? Có một chị nào đó, một người là chị để thấy, nghe hay là suy nghĩ hay không?
Không ạ. Không ạ.
No.
No, because it's just see